What's up, all my Ewoks, Rebels, Droids, and Wookiees? It's Anna, also known as the Star Wars Girl, and in today's video, I'm going to be doing a review of Tales of the Jedi Episode 5. But before I get into that, guys, my channel is Hardcore Shadow Band here on YouTube, so every single like, share, comment really helps out my channel, fighting the pesky YouTube algorithms. Also, if you guys haven't yet, maybe take a minute, smash that subscribe button, and ring the bell for notifications. Make sure that that bell is set to all, that way you actually get notifications when I post videos and when I do live streams. And then that's out of the way, let's get on to the review. All right, everyone. So I have some visual aids pulled up so that way you can have something actually interesting to look at that's not just my face. Now, like all my other reviews, I have not watched anything after this, so I know that there's only one episode left, but the only things that I have seen are this episode and the previous episode. So take that in mind. Once I have time to watch the next one, I will do a review of that, and then I will do an overall series review. So stay tuned for that. Make sure that your notification bell is turned on and if you don't want to miss that. Now, I thought this episode was okay. It was nice to see Anakin again. So this one is very much a training Ahsoka episode. Her training with her lightsabers. Her obviously she's doing one of the Jedi tests here, and what they're trying to do is they're trying to have the droids emulate what it would be like for her to face actual battle droids, and Anakin shows up late. Obi-Wan makes a comment about it, and all the Jedi are kind of looking at Ahsoka funny after she's finished with it, and he's just like, it's a stupid test, and it's that kind of Jedi mind trick-esque thing, because it seems like she passed the test, but based on everyone's reactions, it's very clear that she didn't. So she's obviously confused and bewildered a little bit, and then Anakin's like, all right, you want a test? You want a fair test? Let me, or I shouldn't say a fair test, but a real test. I'm going to give you a real test. So Anakin has Ahsoka meet him where all of the clones are kept. And so all of the clones, circle around Ahsoka, and Anakin says, this is, that way you can actually sense. Like, this is when you have to use your powers. This is when you have to use the Force. You have to be able to sense which one is going to shoot you and at what time. This is going to be kind of the closest thing to being in an actual battle and having, your enemies surrounding you, you being able to become one with the Force, and you being able to use those abilities while also defending yourself and anticipating the next moves. So this becomes kind of a montage of Ahsoka getting shot and knocked out, and then her getting better over time. It's crazy how training actually makes a difference, unless you're just Rey and you're magically good at everything, and they don't show training until the last film. Isn't that interesting? Whereas in the Clone Wars, they actually took the time to show Ahsoka learning in every episode that she's in, and learning, how to, be better at controlling her emotions, at making better decisions, at, honing in on her powers and her abilities and her skills with a lightsaber, her skills with the Force. It's fun when you actually get to see that, and that's why Ahsoka is such a beloved character. Also, we all know that this is Dave Filoni's baby. He loves Ahsoka. That's why he has her survive Order 66, even when George Lucas said that she shouldn't have survived, which is kind of when we get this big at the end of the episode. So it shows Ahsoka training. You have her with Rex, you have her with Anakin, you have her with all of the clones, and at the end, she is finally, using both of her lightsabers, and, she's getting better, and even Rex says, it took us 5 minutes to knock you out, which is incredibly better than when she first started. And then they do a little time jump to Order 66, and it's Rex taking Ahsoka into the legion of clone troopers who have all got Ordered 66 and turned on the Jedi. And right before he takes her in, he said, now it's time to put your training to use, which was, the foreshadowing of the training and when she's gonna need it, and all the different lighting on Anakin's faces, and the lighting on this side, and then all of a sudden it changes, this side as the blaster bolt, and it's like it gets you in the feels. Because at first I was like, this is a pretty straightforward episode. It's just like her training. There's not much to the plot. And then they get you at the end with the fifis. So yeah, that was the episode. It was very short, very straight to the point, and pretty simple with a kick at the end. And that's it. That is episode 5. Now, as someone who has watched the Clone Wars, and all of the movies, obviously. I would say with this one, this is the only episode out of all of them that I think you have to have seen the Clone Wars to fully get the experience. And the reason why I say that is because after season upon season of building up Ahsoka's character, of showing her training, of showing the dynamic between her and Anakin and Obi-Wan and all of the Jedi, and of even all of the clones, having that moment at the end with Order 66 and, her having to go face them all off to survive, and, Rex having, the chip removed, all that, you're not going to get the full impact if you haven't seen it. Whereas with the Dooku episodes, if you've seen the prequels, then you don't really need any more context. You can watch that. And I'm saying this because I know people personally, and I've spoken to many people about how they just, even though they saw Ahsoka in the Book of Boba Fett and the Mandalorian, which is, there's new people and then there's people, prior, that they know who Ahsoka is, they know of her, but they just don't want to watch the Clone Wars. And I know at the same time, there are people who have gone back and watched it because they saw her live action, but then other people that are like, no, I don't need to watch the Clone Wars because she's in the live action. They'll kind of explain it as I go, or I could just look it up. It's like, all right, well, if you just looked it up, you're not going to get the impact, at least in my opinion. Now, I have seen all of it. So, and yeah, everyone kind of, if you're a Star Wars fan, Order 66. So that that's an intense scene. But I just personally think it's better and you'll get the full experience if you have seen the Clone Wars. So whereas all the other episodes, you don't have to have watched the Clone Wars. The episodes with Dooku, again, all you have to have seen is the prequels to know, and I mean, yeah, I'd hope you'd seen the originals, but all you would have needed to see is the prequels to, know who Dooku is and to kind of have all of the context that you need. It is helpful if you watch the Clone Wars, but it's not necessary, at least in my opinion, to have seen them to get the full enjoyment of the Dooku episodes. Even the first episode with baby Ahsoka, you don't need to have seen the Clone Wars to know, oh, it's aliens, and then at the end you learn that the baby is going to be a Jedi. It's like, that's pretty straightforward and to the point, and it doesn't have any of those emotional payoffs that are necessary to completely appreciate, whereas this one does, because you would have had to watch the show to get that full impact, at least in my opinion. I could be totally wrong. You guys can let me know in the comment section. Hey, Anne, I've never watched the Clone Wars, but I watched this episode and that scene hit me because I know Order 66. Okay, then I'm completely fine being wrong. I just think having watched all of it, that it'll hit you differently. And I know people that, are just like, oh, well, these are all little shorts. Like, it's great to just turn on for kids and whatnot. So for that, again, I think that, kids are pretty smart. I feel like people don't give kids enough credit. Kids are extremely intelligent, and, they pick up on little things and they notice inaccuracies and stuff like that. So they'll notice the costume change with Ahsoka almost instantly. They'll notice that her laku are longer as well. But again, for that episode, I think it is important to have seen the Clone Wars, at least in my opinion. Now, Ahsoka is Dave Filoni's baby, so as simple as this episode was, it was very straightforward. It was to the point. It was called practice, so we knew exactly what we were getting into with that. But it was the subtlety of showing, Anakin showing up late. He's constantly in shadows, even though he's watching her, the shadows moving across his face, foreshadowing her training, foreshadowing, and then the payoff at the end, where even Rex says it, oh, your training, hopefully your training paid off, because she's about to face an entire legion of clone troopers. It's about to get real. So yeah, I think overall, even though it was simple, it was enjoyable. It wasn't as enjoyable as other episodes, at least in my opinion. I personally prefer the Dooku episodes of this whole show series thing, and maybe that's just because I adore Christopher Lee, and like I say in all of the videos about this show, like, I adore Christopher Lee, and so whenever, even though he's not playing Dooku, because obviously he has passed on a while ago now, which sucks, but I adore his character because that's his character. So I do, enjoy seeing those. But yeah, everyone, Let me know what you think about all of this down below in the comment section. I've been getting a lot of comments on my previous reviews of people that clearly aren't even watching them, that are just like, rah, you're hate mongering, rah, you hate everything. And I'm like, I think I've been extremely fair in my reviews of this show. I point out what I like. I point out what I don't like. I'm very clear when I have a obvious bias against something. So I'm getting all these people that aren't watching my videos that are just spamming my comments on these, just like saying that I hate everything. And it's like, well, you clearly didn't watch the video, because obviously I don't. And like I said, I think I'm being completely fair. But if I'm not, let me know down below in the comment section. If you guys have watched this far through and you know that, let me know what you think about all of this, and kind of help me counteract all the weirdos that are just literally coming onto my channel to spew lies and hate out of those fuckers. Whatever, it helps my channel with interaction, and my channel is shadow banned. So guys, every single like, share, comment, even the ones that are just commenting just to hate on me, that helps. So you guys aren't, you know, you guys are doing me a favor anyways. But that really does help my channel fight the YouTube, you know, stupid algorithm in my shadow ban. It's dumb, but that's how you fight it. And if you guys like me, if you guys like my content, if you guys like these reviews, please smash the subscribe button and ring that bell for notifications. Make sure that that bell is set to all, that we actually get notifications when I post videos and when I do live streams. And until next time, I hope you guys all have a great rest of your day, morning, evening, afternoon, wherever you are in the world. And may the force be with you, because we are really, really, really going to need it. Bye, everyone. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed my video. Thank you so much again for supporting my channel and my content. And if you guys would like to support me further, my cosplay calendar, my gamer edition cosplay calendar, is live still now on Indiegogo for a limited time only. We were very, very successful in the campaign, and we are currently in demand. In demand is only going to be up for a limited time only, so be sure to go check it out before we take this down. And guys, once again, thank you so much for this. If you guys want to go and back this campaign, the link is down below in the description of this video, and make sure that you guys check it regularly, because I do add updates on there and more photos are coming soon. So thank you guys. And last but not least, guys, I have a Twitch that I am trying to go. I am at 5.7K followers right now, and I'm trying to get to 10,000 by the end of the year. So if you guys haven't gone and followed me over on Twitch, go and do so now. The link is in the description of this video. I play a lot of games on here like Elden Ring and KOTOR, so go check it out if you haven't already. And that being said, guys, thank you so much for watching, and have a great rest of your day.